Testing 1, 2, 3. We are live in the London Something Live studios. Ready for serious sounds. And today we have the one like Aarrisonn in the London Something Live studios. So we are going to have a little chat and then we are going to get into one of our saucy back-to-backs. So first, let's start with the interview.
Let's go.
So first of all, the name Aarrisonn.
Yes.
What does the name come from? And all the A's, all the R's, and all the S's.
Yeah, I'm sorry, people. Basically, Harrison, or people go Aarrisonn, but you don't need to stress it. Just Harrison. It's my surname. So yeah, just a play. I played on words and spelled it slightly differently because just trying to be different, I guess. So yeah, that's quite simple. Yeah, surname.
Harrison. Not Aarrisonn.
Not
Aarrisonn.
Aarrisonn. Because some people come up to me and are like Aarrisonn. I'm like,
Well, you say it on your, is that pronounced Harrison?
yeah. I guess it's because of all the A's. So they see the double A and they like, they stress it. So
No, I was trying to write it. I was like, what the? Hold on. R S S. I like it.
Yes.
Double up.
Yeah, you get used to it. You'll get used to it. But yeah, I do understand that it does kind of cause some, confusion for some people. But on a must learn.
You elaborate for them.
Yeah. Harrison.
So Harrison, how long have you been DJing?
Oh, okay. So I'm one of the COVID DJs. Yeah.
Do you know what? I never thought that. That shows how good you are, yeah. Because I never thought that you're COVID DJ.
Yeah.
You're definitely skilled.
Yeah. No. So thank you for that. First of all. Yeah. I learned in COVID. I taught myself. It's something I've been wanting to do for a extremely long time since knee high. I just never had the confidence. And when I say this now, but you look at the the controller or the CDJs and the mixer, and you look at it, it looks like a madness. So I was just like, I don't think I'm ready yet. Like, and with that alongside confidence, it just never came about. But it's always been something that's been in the back of my mind. So it's been eating away at me over the years, and I've even asked people to teach me, and but yeah.
You get on. You're like,
Yeah.
I tried on vinyl for a couple of times.
Oh,
My brother's got vinyl,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
I put see the sounds that came out of there. I said, you know what, it's not for me,
It's not.
and I never made that choice. So
Yeah.
it was lockdown.
Mm.
So what did you buy a controller in lockdown? Like,
All right. So I had a controller a whole year before I actually went on the controller.
so that was pre-lockdown. You just had it sitting there in your yard.
Pre-lockdown, sitting in my yard. I'm staring at it. It's staring at me, and we're just.
You gonna play me or what?
Yeah.
What you gonna do, man? You're like, I don't know, man.
It's a bit of a face-off, and like most people in COVID, it was just like, right, I've got the time. I ain't got nothing to do. We're gonna make this work, and that's exactly what I did. YouTube is your best friend, people. Your best friend.
Okay, so you had a controller there. You just got on.
Yeah. Between YouTube and just messing about, experimenting, trial and error. Basically, you make a mistake, you go again, and that's how I learned. That's exactly how.
But that's brilliant. That's brilliant. So to tell me a bit about the journey. So from the start, when you learned in like COVID in lockdown, then what was your first public? Where was your first public performance?
Ooh,
Was it a live? Was it an event? What was it?
My first, it was an event actually. It's gonna kill me now, but the name. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Listen, don't please excuse me. I have had hardly any sleep, and don't watch none of that. But yeah, my mind, my memory, it's gone.
But explain the experience then.
But,
Do you remember? If you remember the experience?
Yeah, no, I do. It was in Basin House. So to me, that's quite big to start off with. Yeah, and believe me, I was shit in a brick. Yes, I was absolutely. I was opening. So yeah,
and that's the thing is when you're starting, you get the opening sets, and it's big. but you get
Yeah.
to kind of squeeze in because you don't got too many
Right.
people. But how? So did you have a big
Exactly.
audience? How many people were there?
Exactly. You know what? There was a handful of people. There was a handful of people, and you know when you look up from the next, you're like, okay, and then it's and me. I'm not too. I'm not an. I'm not shy, but yeah, I'm a bit of an introverted person. So for me to like be doing this, it was a lot. It was a lot. But yeah, no, the experience was good because it was a fact of once I got started, you play the first tune, you're like, okay. You're mixing the second tune. You're like, all right, I got this. And then after that, it was just like you don't. I didn't even think about it, and that's how I am today as well. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm
So,
good.
so your first controller, what did you learn on? Was it the same as in Basing House? Because that for me is something that's a bit like I've learned on Pioneer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Put Serato in front of me,
Mm.
or take away my lines. I know I shouldn't use them, but take away my lines and see what kind of gibberish comes out of the
Yeah,
deck. So how was
yeah.
it? Was it the same?
Well, I've got a DDJ 1000 at home, and that's a Pioneer controller, and it resembles the CDJs. So thankfully for me, it wasn't too far away from what I had at home. So it was a smooth transition. Plus, I was doing things like Pirate Studio, so I can get used to the, the club standard. Yeah, so that helped as well. And between my home practice and Pirate Studios, when it was cheap,
No, it can be cheap. Depends what time in the morning you go. I've been doing
see.
some late night
Right.
after party pirates, and it's
Yeah.
like £10 or something.
Yeah.
Other ones it's £50, £50
Right.
for them, you know.
I have to fix that still. But yeah, between the two, I managed to get through, and it was a massive help. So if anybody is worried about club standard, playing on club standard CDJs, go take yourself Pirate Studios. Trust me. Yeah, man.
It's nice
Yeah.
as well in there. It's like
Yeah.
feels very plush. You get
Yeah.
right in your zone.
Yeah.
I do like my little pirate
Yeah, and
sessions.
you've got the speakers as well, and that helps. So you get the actual feel for it as well. I mean, you can do it at home, depending on what system you have, but when you get that sound and from the speakers, it's a different story. For me, it is anyway. It's a different kind of feel. So,
So,
it helps.
so what kind of what genre did you start playing? Or I'll ask you what genre you play now, but I kind of know the answer to this question because this is a funny question. Because I mean, what genres do you play?
All right. So I play everything across the board: soulful, Afro, tech, minimal, whatever you want me to play, or disco, funk. I will play it.
All genres of house,
All
yes.
genres of house. I've got it. I play it. I love it. Don't make me pick. Don't make me choose. So yeah, all genres. But you can fall into that hole of trying because you see everyone else. Like for example, I'm a piano. You can fall into that hole. And then you find yourself playing piano, and I nearly did. Admittedly. Well, I've loved this. I love the sound. I've loved the sound for years before it became a thing, and I was playing it. But yeah, it just got a bit too much. It just started to saturate the airwaves everywhere.
Yeah, I feel you in a lot of ways because I think Amapiano. I had some only after I started playing. I've had some Amapianos on my Spotify,
Right.
but I just like the beat of it. I didn't really Amapiano it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like now Amapiano is the mainstream
Right.
house genre, and
Yeah.
it's like everywhere you go, you're almost forced into the Amapiano
Exactly.
bracket for
Yeah.
Afro. If you're Afro house on the Afro house side, if you're deep house, it's somewhere over there. But I
Yeah.
think Amapiano is definitely dominating, and it affects the speeds. This is something that really it's kind of a little bit of a bee in my bonnet because I know a lot of music and I know how it's being played.
Yes.
So I'll be in there and you playing it Amapiano. Okay, I'm adjusted. I'm playing that dance, doing the Matrix slow, slow thing, and then you finish. You play it, then you'll mix in another track. That's not Amapiano. It's an old school tune that we've been raving to for the last 20 years, say.
Yeah.
And you're playing it at Matrix Amapiano speed. I'm like, yo, guys, brethren, fucking speed up the two.
It's true. I mean, there's a lot of politics surrounding the BPMs and who plays what at where and everything else, but it's 118 people.
I know, but this is the issue. This is the issue for me because I'm a bad one. That I will play and I play. I'll speed it up.
Okay.
And I know I get told off for it, but
Yeah.
I like it.
You know
I want the beats. I want it. I need to move.
You know what it is it's 115 to 118 BPM, but that Amapiano originally is lounge music. Yeah, people used to chill and listen to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Coming over here now,
It's turned surreal.
being us UK or Londoners, whatever, however which way you want to put it,
Yeah.
we like things fast,
Yeah.
so we speed it up. So hence why now it's all in the 1 2 5s and that.
Well, I mean, but you used to, a lot of the, I wouldn't say the real DJs, but a lot of the DJs that are playing it, that classic DJs, they play it at that speed. But then
Yeah.
I think it makes
sense.
it makes
Because
sense.
of the club, because of the setting,
Yeah, yeah.
you can't have. Well, I won't say you can't, but
Yeah,
it
you
just makes. Yeah, you can. But it just makes more sense in terms of I don't know. I guess in terms of dancing and keeping that energy and that level of energy alive. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So therefore.
And then and then you've got the other side of you've got the UK AMA.
Yes.
That where we've got it's a whole other genre. If you compare it to some of the more South African genre, like it's a completely different, not completely different sound, but it's a different sound.
Yeah, look, I mean, we all like to put our twists on things, and that is the UK twist.
Yeah.
And before any AMA police come after me, please, it's not. Don't take it personal.
I'm a police. I hear.
I'm not against it. I understand. I like it, but you know, I can see why people do get upset with it.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, and there's definitely a place for it. I think when I first started playing, it was one of the genres that I first started mixing, and because it's so, I wouldn't say so.
Watch out. Choose it carefully.
Because the way, like, okay, when we're talking about the waveforms, if you think about amateur piano tunes, a lot of the time they're very simple to start with for quite a long time, and then you hood up, what up, run up, and all of that. So it's easier to mix in the beginning bits and the end bit, and then you're gonna do, and then you can go on. But I think in terms of pace, and I think sometimes in terms of content of tune, because I like layers in my music.
Oh, lovely.
I like layers. I want to hear and a and but I don't. The thing is, I'm not very technical with these terms, guys. Producers, what ups and put ups and and all of that. Yeah, I like to have the different layers. I want to hear vocals. I want to hear sing song. I want to hear this. I want to hear that. So I think I refuse to be categorized, and I'm gonna play all genres. But I definitely do like my. And then here we go. Let's go into deep house. It's another. It's so broad. Deep house is like starts here, and ends over here, and it's so broad, and you get. I would say you get the shuffly kind of house. That's what I would call like shuffly kind, and then you got a bit more, little bit more deep electro. There's so many genres within deep house that it's just hard. It's a major struggle for me.
Yeah, deep house is so broad. You don't. I mean, where do you begin? Look at me, I'm stuttering. Where do you begin when it comes to deep house? There's so many different forms. I don't know. Yeah.
But I think I love it all. But I definitely it excites me when I play deep house. It excites me, and I mean I think music excites me in general.
Yeah. I mean I would say the same. I love house and as in general. So that's what if you are following me on Insta, you will never find one genre. You'll like 1 week you'll see garage, next minute you'll see a deep house track.
It sounds mad, but you're a bit of a Dora the Explorer for me.
Yes.
Like when I look at your page, like you just be in there, listen to this tune, and that's what I like, because it's like when you hear different sounds, ZERIOUS sounds. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're somebody who likes to explore, and I think that's one of the reasons why I was really excited for this back to back, because I know between the two of us, we're just gonna go down the rabbit hole, and we're just gonna say, "Oh, that sounds good. What goes with that?" And it's like I did want to prepare. I was like, I want to download even more songs, but I haven't really done a list for you, because I know it's gonna be, "Oh, is that what you're playing? Right, we're gonna play it," and then it's gonna go on. I'm not gonna be like, you're gonna see ages like this. That's one of my worst. That's one of my worst things. Like, I think recently I've started to do playlists. I think.
Oh, you never did.
No, I didn't do it. No, because I just had bare tunes, and I'll just go in and I'll just work with it.
Okay.
And then I think it was had So Seductive with Shen.
Yeah.
And so I was like, right, let me really think about it. And we're preparing for the New Year's. So then we're sitting and working together. So when you're doing like a proper back-to-back like that, because she's telling me about key. I'm like, not key. She's like, put them in key order. I'm looking at her.
Oh, my
I didn't really want key
I
order.
would be lost.
Yeah, so
I'm not gonna lie. Key order. Don't
I was like,
don't
okay,
talk to me about
Shen, to key order, yeah.
Look, so how I organize is I mainly base, well, all right. So you have your genres, your afro, you have your blatant afro, your deep, your tech, minimal, da da da. But I then go from there based on feeling,
Yeah,
how it feels to me, and that's how I categorize my tracks or playlists, I should say. Other than that, I'm not like, yes, that goes there. I could have one track that goes into all different.
Yeah, and that's
Do you
what
know
I
what I'm
mean.
saying?
And
Because
it mixes well. It can go. You can put it anywhere, really.
exactly, and it can mix well. You just got to know when to mix it and what to take out. It could be the hi hat. It could be the bass. It could be anything, but work with it. Work with it.
And that's what I'm saying with genres. I'm funny. Like Shen, she laughs at me because
Right.
for me, for example, it's soulful. So we
Yeah.
had a soulful. We did say
Yes,
soulful. I did
yeah.
a soulful set. I put together. Well, I fling tunes in a folder.
Yeah,
Soulful.
yeah.
But some of them weren't vocal. They weren't soulful. They're vocal. If it got singing on it,
All right,
so I was like, it's got singing on it. It's soulful. It must be soulful,
but you
in
know
it.
what? That is me to a T. I promise you, that's me. I'm like, it's got vocals. It's soulful.
Yeah, soulful. It's got soul in her voice.
It is
What?
Don't tell me different. I'ma play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And I played. I think Weekend is called. I can't remember who wrote it. But she's like, this is a house banger. Like, this is a deep house banger. But to me,
okay, yeah, I know what.
it's like, I will love you, girl. Yeah, that one.
Listen,
It's singing in it.
soulful. It's going in.
It's going in the soulful bracket. You know what I'm saying?
Also, what I do like is, even though, all right, you'll say soulful to me, but then I will throw in a cheeky number which is slightly, is like I'm taking a left type of thing. But I do that to keep you interested and on your toes. So it's not just a flat line, if that makes sense. It's not just all vocals and it's all the same tempo, all the same.
It goes around. I think, can I just say, your House FM, because we played together. That was our first together. Like, we was we played together at House FM for Virtuoso. Big up Shiloh.
Yes, big up, thank you.
See your set. Right, because we all had a good time in there. Can't lie, we all had everybody throw down everyone. But you see when you came on and you started licking out some Bomber Clark Rascal tune, the whole studio went mad.
Yeah, that was fun. That was super fun. That was a good time. You know what? Like you that day, I just flung in some tunes and I thought, what would I want to hear, or the majority want to hear on a New Year's Eve? And how did I used to party on a New Year's Eve? And I say used to because I don't ask me to come out on New Year's Eve. I'm not coming out. I don't do that. It's not like back in the day. Do you know what I mean? But what would I want to hear on a dance floor? I would want to hear some tumpers. I want to hear some bass line vocals.
Papa Django.
Yeah, some. I want to be up and down. I want to be taken high and low. And do you know what I mean? I want to be stimulated.
You stimulated us, girl. She did some stimulations.
This is PG, y'all.
Okay, if you have to. You know that I'm slightly rated X. But so that was a House FM. What other things? Which other places has DJing taken you? Because we've got Bass in House. That was the start of it. And then the last time I saw you was at House FM. So in your journey, where's DJ taking you?
Okay, I've DJ'd wherever I DJ'd. I've DJ'd at Golden Bee. I've DJ'd at Venue MOT. I've DJ'd at. I'm trying to think. Do you know, my mind slips me. I'm so sorry. No, you know what? For I wouldn't say it's as many. I don't. It's hard to explain. I'm there, but no one's really booking me. Maybe because they don't know where to put me.
I think I have that problem as well, because this is what people told me when I first started playing. Pick a genre or you won't get bookings.
Right.
Pick a genre, you won't get bookings. I'm like, well, where do I have to? I have to put myself into a bracket. And like we were saying before, like the Amapiano, that's a very, very mainstream now.
Right.
And if you're not playing that, then where do you sit? So then there's the deep house side, and I had a bit of a discussion with someone about black women in deep house as well. That's me. About black women in deep house, so we don't necessarily get the same publicity and you get noticed. If you like the Dolly Bird with the big boobs and the blonde hair, if you're black, deep house DJ,
Yep.
you don't necessarily get the bookings because you don't fit in there.
Yeah.
And then there's the minimal side, which I love, but I don't think if I would say that I'm really, really ready for the minimals like that.
Yeah.
So there's so many, but that's quite specific because you get a lot of the Romanian DJs. And so then, where do I fit, and who wants me? Who wants me, guys? Book me, guys. Hello.
Book us.
Book us. We want to be booked.
Trust me. I mean, it's difficult because you do look and you do see that particular one person who is getting booked, and it seems to be a certain type of person. Not going to go too deep into it, but I mean, I'm not your conventional Dolly Bird. I'm masculine presented. I'm you're not getting the low cut tops and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
I've had a few debates about that.
Yeah.
We're not here to put on
Yeah.
a tea show. We're here to play tunes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here to fling down tune, you better know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if that is part of it, but I honestly think that people that do see me or hear about me or see any of my videos or mixes, they probably don't know what to do with me yet. And so that leads to, they're a bit apprehensive, like, oh, will she be able to fit in? Will she be able to play to our audience? Because at the end of the day, there's always a certain type of audience they want you to cater for. Or they think. It's like, who's taking the risk these days?
But then you've got people like, I have to say, shout out to my friend Cyrita. She's a wicked,
Yes.
wicked Cyrita. Like, big up. And she's just smashing it.
Yeah, Sarita's actually one of the people that I actually admire and I've been following for a number of years. Even before all of this that she's now in on and amongst, like, she's doing big things. She's
gone crazy, and it's just to watch her and see her
right.
in that genre, in that field, shining and smashing it.
Listen.
It just fills me with pride. Seriously, Sarita.
Yeah, it gives me hope as well because she's like myself almost. Do you see what I'm saying? So it lets me know, like, okay, I can perhaps, break through, and there is hope and everything. Yeah, man, there's space, but it's just who's willing to take that, give you that chance. And all it is just one person to give you that chance, and then the rest will follow. So,
And I 100% agree with that. I think I've been so blessed with the opportunities I had in general, and especially with DJing and the music. And like, I have to say thank you to everybody that's given me that little push and opened that little door. And that's part of why I do the show, because it is about putting a spotlight on some of the amazing DJs that are out there. So far, it's just been women that I've shown, and there are some brilliant men, but giving us a little platform, them ones. There's so many of us out here, so many of us ready to shine. We've got so much to give.
honestly,
And
there's way too many of us women out there, and they're good. They are musically, they are good, and that's what I want people to take note of and actually pay attention to, the musicality of it, because it's important, and it's important to us. We're not doing we do it for fun. We do it for fun, but we care about it. I care about it. So book me now.
yeah, it's all right. So yeah, and that's another thing. You've got one of the things that how I've dealt with that is doing my own events, getting involved, and shout out Shen. Just put my own things on and get out there, and it gives me the opportunity, and also having the show to show that I am a good DJ. I'm here, and this is what I'm doing. So it's just about getting the opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you said that you had to eventually put on your own events, and that's exactly what myself and my DJ partner, lovely DJ, did. Together we're named Hilltone, and we put on our own event January just gone, and it went well. It went smoothly. We worked hard. It was our first event. It was dope. It was dope. And I just feel like this is what you have to do. You can't sit and wait for people. Make the moves. Don't be scared. I understand it's a lot of work, but there are people that are out there and that will support you. So do it. Just do it.
Okay, and last question. What does the future hold for Aarrisonn then?
Well, just keep going, really. Just keep grinding, keep networking, keep connecting with people such as yourself who are all about the music as well. I just want those genuine connections. I'm not here to, I'm not here for the politics or anything. It's about the music. Yeah, I'm not.
There's so much politics. It's crazy.
I'm honestly, I'm not about that BS. I'm just here strictly for the music. Let's play tunes. Let's have a good time. Let's create that feeling. Let's have it.
And on that note, I think that's a good moment for us to let's have it on the decks. We're going to go over. Harrison is going to give us a little solo, and then we are going to go into our back to back down the rabbit hole. Okay, stay tuned. We're heading over to the decks.